Alright guys, what's up? It's Topher again. I posted the Udyr video on how to carry low elo games with with Udyr. So right now I'm going to show you how to carry top lane, how to fight against Nasus in top lane. Now Nasus is a bit, turn this video down a little bit here. So, Nasus is a hard lane opponent to lane against in the top lane, unless you know how to play against him. The best way to play against him is to actually push him out of lane and don't let him free farm.
30 seconds
So as you'll see in this video, whenever he goes for speed up a little bit. Whenever he goes for CS, I'm going to be looking to throw my E down on him, which is Reckless Strikes, or Reckless Swing, whatever it's called, Reckless Swing. And the reason why I think Olaf is the best champion to do this to Nasus is because even when Nasus builds tank, your Reckless Swing is going to be dealing true damage, so it doesn't matter how much armor he stacks, because in the end you're doing true damage to him, and his armor isn't going to affect that. So as you can see right now, I took Q in the beginning, and that's only to avoid an early gank. Being that they do have a Hecarim, it's just if he did decide to gank me early, I would be able to turn the Fog of War off too. I'll be able to get away from the gank. So that was my thought process. As soon as I hit level 2 here, I picked up Reckless Swing, and as you can see, any chance I get, whenever this Nasus is going for CS, I'm throwing down my Reckless Swing on him. I'm not really worried about taking damage, and at this point, early in the game, I'm not really worried about CSing too much, because my job right now is to really just keep Nasus from getting fat early. As you can see, I'm putting a lot of damage down on him, so every time he's going for CS, I'm making him pay for taking the CS. And that's really the trick to laning against Nasus, is to not give him any easy farm. And as you can see, I'm not doing that. Now, there is in the video, you'll see Nasus actually gives up later on in the video, just because I'm making his lane just such a hard lane to farm under. As you can see, we're even in CS right now, which is fine. And like I said again, I'm just not trying to let him farm, and that's the whole trick to the game. Also, I got kind of lucky here. You have to be careful when you're trying to push Nasus, and one of the reasons why is because you're susceptible to ganks. But again, especially at level 6, Olaf's really good at getting away from ganks because of his ultimate and because of his slow. So it's okay to be a little dangerous if you make sure you ward your lane, or make sure you have good vision on their jungler. And Nocturne did a real good job at trying to counter jungle Hecarim in this game. And Hecarim, it took a lot of the pressure off of Hecarim coming top lane. Now Hecarim does come top a couple times, but as you'll see, I'll show you how that actually plays out. So speed up a little bit. Nasus thinking about backing here. Again, I'm taking a turret shot. I'm doing whatever I can. I actually throw my ignite down on him. I'm doing whatever I can to push him out of the lane. So he does back here. And when he backs, I'm just trying to push the lane out to make sure that I can get the minions to his turret so he can't get farmed. Now he did teleport in, but again, whenever he's going for these minions, I'm on his ass and I'm throwing down my E on him whenever I get a chance. I don't have vision of Hecarim, and I'm kind of low on life and mana, so I'm not really trying to push like really straight into his face on the turret. That's why I backed off a little bit there. Again, as you can see, I'm just, every time he's going for CS and that my E is up, I'm throwing it down on him. I'm not really worried about the life, because again, I can use my W to life steal back up, and that's what I'm doing. So anytime I'm taking damage, I'm trying to lifesteal up as fast as possible. And here comes a gank. Nocturne actually does really good counter gank here, and they both get away. And at the same time, again, Nasus's farm isn't that great. Right now he's only got 23 farm, and we're almost 7 minutes into the game. And I'm actually out farming him right now. And even he went back and bought a ruby crystal to give him some more life, and even buying that, I'm still out trading him. And that's the beauty of Olaf against Nasus, is it doesn't matter, you know, how much armor he stacks. It, you know, your E is true damage, so it's going to hurt him every time you use it on him, and that's the trick. You want to use your regular swing always when it's available. So there again, I'm Eing him there, and I'm actually gonna pop my W, which gives me lifesteal, and I'm just gonna chase him down, push him out of the lane. Again, I am taking minion aggro, but I'm not really worried about it right now, because when I went back and I bought a giant belt, which gave me a bunch of life, and Nasus really isn't scaring me right now. So when he comes in again, I'm gonna slow him again, and boom, E again. And now look at his life compared to mine. And then I'm gonna life steal it up with W. Every time he comes in, boom, another E. I'm just looking to drop it on whenever I get a chance. And I'm also Qing him too, because it slows him, and it does extra damage. Now right here, I think I'm actually gonna go for a kill on him here. Yeah, I'll pop my Ghost, pop my Ignite, and I go down on him, and there's the E, boom. And again, as you can see, the CS is pretty much even. He is ahead of me a little bit because I backed. But again, I'm going to lifesteal it back up. And my whole point in this game is to try to keep Nasus top lane first off. Try to keep him under-farmed. And also try to stay in the lane as long as possible. Because the longer I stay in the lane, the more I can harass him and not let him farm. And that's the goal. That's what we're trying to do. So again, I push the wave. Nasus doesn't have teleport because he used it earlier. So I push the wave, and I back. I probably should have stayed and cleaned up that last wave by the turret, so it would the lane would have pushed better. But I wanted to buy my chainmail, and I didn't know where Nasus and Hecarim were, so that's why I backed out. Again, I'm not worried about buying boots right now, because I'm not really scared of Hecarim coming top, and I'm not really scared of Nasus. Yeah, even if he withers me, I have my ultimate, so I really didn't need to buy boots. I just made sure I bought chainmail, and I made sure that I bought some potions, both mana and health potions, so I can just sustain in lane. That's the whole point here, is just sustain in lane and harass him. So he went back and bought a Kindle gem. I don't know why he bought a Kindle gem. I guess he's going for maybe an early Visage, but I don't think he builds into a Visage, so I don't know why I did it. But as you can see, right back into the lane. As soon as I get back into the lane, it's the same thing. I just start Eing him, and as you can see, he's already at half life. And the trick and the beauty of Olaf here is a lot of people, when they play Nasus, they'll farm his Q, and then yeah, they're not worried about taking damage because they can auto attack minions for the heal because of Nasus' passive is lifesteal. But I'm not giving him the opportunity to heal off the minions. So anytime I'm pushing it to turret, and when he comes to farm, I'm making him pay dearly for it. So Nocturne's gonna come top here, and we're gonna look to push this turret, and I think we're actually looking for a dive here. Now, the dive was actually just to get him to pop his ultimate, because then we're actually gonna go for a kill pretty soon on him. We're either going to push him out of lane or get a kill. And that's why I'm just putting some turret damage out. Again, pushing the wave. Make sure you push the wave to the turret. That's the most crucial thing that you can do safely, is push the wave to the turret. A lot of people say, you know, oh, just wait and try the last hit and don't let the wave push to Nasus. That's only true if you're not playing somebody like Olaf, who can really do this to Nasus. See, I mean, he's doing a good job of trying to CS, but again, every time he goes for a CS, I'm Qing him, and I'm Eing him, and I'm just giving him a really hard time in the lane. And again, I'm actually ahead of him in CS right now. And I haven't been back in a little while, a couple minutes. But again, I'm not really too worried about it, because I'm not worried about farming. I'm not worried about anything other than not letting Nasus farm. Because a late game Nasus who is farmed, it's almost, I'm not gonna say it's an instant win for the team, but it's damn near close. Because once he gets tanky, he gets to a stage where he's unkillable. So you come, Hecarim comes for an ult, a gank, and I just ult and walk away. Again, I don't have boots, but I don't need them with my ultimate. I can just Q him like I did, pop my ult, and just run away. And then I'm gonna use my W as well, and I'm just gonna heal in lane, and that's all I'm here to do. They're both about half life, and I'm almost full life. So Hecarim ults there, and again he has to back out because when I E him, it does so much damage to him. That's the first thing you max in lane when you're playing against Nasus. You want to max your E. So I didn't push too hard here at first because I was actually scared that Nasus and Hecarim are both in that top bush. But once I say I didn't, again I pushed away to the turret when he's not in the lane, and I make him lose out on CS. Right now I'm actually starting to get a big lead on him in CS, and if we can look at the gold, as you can see I'm about 600 gold up on Nasus. So there he is. He's coming back into the lane thinking he's going to bully me out, but I'm not having it. I pop my W and just lifesteal, and I'm back at him. Now I think they actually pick up a kill on me here, and again that's just me being stubborn and not wanting to leave the lane. I should have left when he left that last time and bought, but again I just really wanted to punish him in lane. That was my job. So he didn't pick up the kill. Hecarim got the kill, which is good. He only got the assist, and I see that he bought a Phage. Now a lot of Nasus players, this is actually a big mistake, a lot of Nasus players try to rush a Triforce. I don't know why, or I should say a lot of bad Nasus players rush a Triforce. The item that I like to rush on Nasus is actually Iceborne Gauntlets, and the reason why is because Iceborne Gauntlets provide you with cooldown reduction, a lot of armor, I think it gives you mana as well, and then it also gives you an on-hit, like when you cast a spell, your next hit gives you a really good slow, and it actually works really good with Nasus's Wither. So that's the first thing I like to rush. You know, it's all lane dependent, but that's one of the first times I like to rush.
Shut down.
As you can see, so Nasus has a Phage. He's really not that strong right now, and for being 15 minutes in, he only has 71 CS, and my CS could have been a lot better. Again, I really wasn't trying to CS like really heavy, just trying to stop him from CSing. So here comes back to lane. I went and actually finished my Sunfire Cape. Sunfire Cape's really good against Nasus, just because it gives you the life, it gives you the armor. And as you can see, Nasus's Q right now is 144. And 144 at 16 minutes, it's actually kind of bad. At 16 minutes, you kind of want your Q to be around at least over 200, I'd say. And the reason why is because when you hit 30 minutes, your Q should be at about 400. And at 15 minutes into the game, when you're at over 200 on your Q, that puts you right on target to make your 400 at 30 minutes. Actually, should be a little higher than 400, but low elo games you can only see it at around 400. And I'm going to also submit a video. I tend to do this in all my videos. Is I talk about it going against the champion, and then I show you a game playing as that champion. But I'm going to show you a Nasus video that I played. I played Nasus against a Riven top lane, and just showed you how to safely farm your Q, and how to make it to where late game, when you get into late game, you can see the difference on how much a tank Nasus with a farm Q, how much damage he does compared to what this Nasus is doing, is trying to rush Triforce and trying to rush damage. So come for a gank here. I popped my ult just because I didn't want to get shut down by this Swain. Swain's actually really strong. So I didn't want to fight it, but Nocturne insisted on going in, so I picked up the kill on Nasus and just got out. I didn't want to fight it, I just wanted to get out of the lane. And but Nocturne was playing just a little too aggressive, which is good though. It's good to have an aggressive jungler. So next item that I'm going to be working toward, normally I wouldn't do this on Olaf, but I'm working toward a Blade of the Rune King, and the reason why is because I'm going against Nasus, so I'm going to want the attack speed, and I'm going to want the percentage damage it does per life, because I see that he's trying to stack life. I'm looking at him, he's got a ruby crystal and he's got a kindle gem, so obviously he's trying to stack cooldown reduction, he's trying to stack life. So Blade of the Rune King actually works against him when he tries to stack life, and also my reckless swing doing true damage works against him as well. As you can see, Nasus teleports mid here for a fight, and whatever he's doing, I'm just trying to ruin his lane experience. And now that the lane's pretty much over and his lane is pretty ruined, as you can see, 20 minutes into the game and he's only got 80 farm, and he really hasn't farmed his Q at all. And I'm just trying to push his turrets in. I'm trying to push him into his base and not letting him breathe. They come for a gank again. I pop my ultimate and I Q to get out. Again, that's the beauty of Olaf. You can play a little reckless because of your Q. Going back to why I'm rushing Blade of the Rune King as well is, right now I have Ghost Ignite, but when my Ghost is down, my Blade of the Rune King is going to serve as like a mini Ghost. That's very helpful considering I'm going against a Hecarim and I'm going against a Nasus with Wither. So that's why I chose to go Blade of the Rune King. As well as Hecarim gets tanky and Nasus gets tanky, and again that percent damage life is going to help. So here we go. We got another team fight. Now I could be joining these team fights. The reason why I'm not joining these team fights is because my team's not getting stomped. Anytime they have a team fight, even when it's 5 versus 4, they're kind of handling their own, and it's allowing me to split push really well. So a smart team, you know, that sees Olaf split pushing, they're gonna actually try to come up and do something about it. But they weren't playing, I guess, too smart, and I guess they thought I couldn't push as well as I can. But Olaf's, especially later in the game, Olaf's really good at split pushing because his W gives him a shitload of attack speed. As well, the Blade of the Rune King gives him a shit ton of attack speed when he pops it with his passive and his W. Oh, excuse me, take some water. So there we go, we have a team fight there. 1 for 1, not bad actually. There we go. 1 for 3 because we ended up cleaning up the rest of it. But as you can see, I got Ninja Tabis and I'm getting closer to my Blade of the Rune King. Right here, this is actually a funny play. Jinx tries to go like super ham on me. She pops me with her blade and she's trying to kill me, but she forgot that she's taking a lot of turret aggro. And let's replay this back. So as you can see, here's Jinx. She's taking a lot of damage. I'm tanky as shit. And she's like, oh shit, I forgot I got a bunch of aggro and Nasus can't kill the turret. Now normally, 24 minutes into the game, a Nasus with a good Q, like his Q right now is only 204. A Nasus with a good Q would have killed that turret and I probably would have died. But since I gave him such hell top lane, not letting him farm his Q, he never got to get all that damage that he normally gets. Now, like, this is the part of the game, 25-30 minutes, this is the part of the game where Nasus really shines if he's farmed. Because this is where his Q should be doing, you know, 350 damage and or be at 350 stacks, and he should be doing a shit ton of damage. But again, he doesn't have that chance to do the damage just because I've been pushing it in his face all game. So again, my team's fighting. Like I said, they're handling their own, so I really don't have to worry. I pop my ult here because these fuckers go ham and cheese on me. But I really don't need to help in a team fight. I do more of a benefit to my team. Let me just back this skill up so we can just see what happened here. So I bait him down into Nocturne. Nocturne goes on Jinx, and we just end up steamrolling this bitch. And then we chase down Hecarim. Hecarim uses fucking E and runs away like a little bitch. So, again, whenever I have a chance, I'm just going to pop my W and heal off minions. I think I die here, though. I think I'm like not respecting these guys at all. I just didn't think they had anything for me. And I tried to get a kill on Hecarim, but that happens. So, it was a bad play by me. I just got way too greedy. As you can see, we're going to actually pick up a kill on Nasus here. And flash was a little unnecessary, I guess. But we're going to pick up a kill there and then try to get out. But again, the good thing here is, you know, I don't have to join my team in team fights just because I do more of a service to them by split pushing the lane. Now, when I split push, especially when I'm this far into their base, they're going to have to make a decision. Talking about the purple team, they're going to either say, hey, we're going to have to go top and deal with this Olaf split pushing us, or we're going to let them split push and try to engage on a 5 vs 4. The only problem is they're not winning the 5 vs 4, so it doesn't matter if they engage or not. They're not winning these team fights. And one of the reasons is because Nasus is just so underfarmed. As you can see, we're almost 30 minutes into the game. He's only got 116 farm. I've done passed him up by about 50 CS on him. I'm just fucking around with Baron right there. But I only got about 50 CS lead on him. And as you can see, his eye, he's trying to go too much damage. See, the beauty of Nasus is you can build him tank and you can do damage. I don't know why people put these Triforce and all this damage items on Nasus. He doesn't need it. The thing that you want to get on Nasus is especially when you're playing a really attack damage heavy team, like we are. There's only like one person on our team that's really a threat with AP, and that's Nidalee. But all you want to do is build armor, because if you're good at farming your Q, that's all your damage right there. Especially when you get your cooldown reduction, you're gonna have damage out the ass. You don't have to worry about damage. So we'll speed through this. I'll try and make this video a little shorter. Basically, we're just sieging turrets now, just because we're not worried about Nasus, because he doesn't do a lot of damage, and he got a Spirit Visage. Like I said, again, there's only like one person on the team with serious AP, you know, a threat, and I don't know why he built that. He should have built a Sunfire Cape, an Iceburn Gauntlets, even a Frozen Heart. All three of those items work really good. But you know, he's to the point now where he brings nothing to the table. He doesn't help his team out in team fights. He oh wait, no, this is funny. Shin tries to put this epic juke on me. Watch his Shin with this epic fucking juke. We just sit there and wait on him. Anyway, Nasus brings nothing to the table now, especially now that he's built the damn Triforce. He actually leaves the game. He rage quits out, just because he's had such a bad time in lane, and now he's probably, I don't know what he's saying to his team, but I can only imagine he's probably like, hey, why am I, you know, getting fucking smashed so fast in the, you know, in team fights? And it's because he has no armor. He doesn't, you know, anybody can shred him, especially me and Nocturne both have Blade of the Rune King, and Tristana's got Infinity Edge and Phantom Dancer. So the only one that he can really kind of sort of tank is Nidalee because of the Spirit Visage, but he really can't tank her because it's not enough. It's not enough magic resist. Oh, I need some water. Fucking talking too much. So I'm going to push the lane out here. I think the game's almost over. I think we make like a final push and then they surrender or something. Speed it up. Yeah, they're pushing bottom. I'm pushing the inhib. And I think, I don't know, I don't think they come out for a team fight. I think they're about to surrender it. So, anyway, key points to playing against Nasus is you want to shove them early. Once you shove him early, you want to deny his farm. But you also, you know, key point is you want to make sure that you don't get ganked by the jungler. So you want to kind of be safe at pushing him. But again, if you're playing Olaf, you can take a little more risk, especially after level 6. So that's the trick, is taking risks after level 6. Anyway, if you liked the video, like and subscribe. And thank you for watching me playing Olaf against the dog. And I will be posting a video next time on how to play Nasus with commentary. Thanks, guys.